Bye, Bravo. I'm going to Toronto. You stay home, okay? Be a good boy. Bravo?
Yes, I will be a good boy.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another One More Week to Go trip report. Today we'll be flying from Vancouver to Toronto on Air Canada's 787 Dreamliner in economy class. I haven't been flying for over a year now, so I'm actually pretty looking forward to this trip, even though it's just a couple hours to the east. Let's head to the airport. You don't even fit, Bravo. The chair is too small for you. As you can see, it's still pretty dark outside. What time is it? It's not even 6 a.m. yet. My window is really dirty. Bye, Bravo. See you in a few days. With the morning flight scheduled for 9 a.m., it was an early start to the day, heading to the airport while it was still mostly dark. As we drove over the bridge to the airport, the morning light was just creeping over the horizon. Even though I've been down the stretch of road countless times, the feeling of setting off on a new adventure never gets old, especially having not been in the air for so long. Since the domestic check-in area at YVR was open again, I got dropped off at Canada Departures. It was really great to see the airport getting busier again. Stepping into the airport at 6:30 a.m., the domestic area was already busy with passengers checking in and dropping off their bags for their morning flights. On the departures board, I could spot our flight AC-108 with service to Toronto. The line for security was pretty long, but after 30 minutes, we were airside. There was still some time before our flight, and as there's no meal service provided on an economy ticket to Toronto, we decided to grab some breakfast first at an airport restaurant, while doing some gate spotting along the way. Hello. So we're sitting down for some breakfast now. There's Peterson. And we're joined by Queenie on this trip. It's not that close, it's a wide angle. What should I get? We got breakfast at Monk's Grill, one of the restaurants in the domestic terminal. I opted for a classic BC Eggs Benedict served with hash browns. For today's flight, we'll be flying on board this Air Canada 787-9 Dreamliner, fin 854. Thanks to priority boarding from the American Express Aeroplan Reserve card, I was able to board slightly earlier as part of Zone 2. Normally, as an economy passenger without status, you would board in Zone 3 or later. My seat for the flight was 37A, a left window seat in the economy class cabin. The cabin was configured in a 333 seat layout. Now for the seat tour. Of course, one of the main highlights in an economy cabin is the in-flight entertainment. For that, every seat comes with an 8.9-inch touchscreen TV. Headphone jack and USB charging port is underneath. The tray table folds out as you would expect, with an ability to slide forward and backward, and was pretty sturdy. The seat pocket houses the aircraft safety card as well as a few sickness bags. Due to COVID, you no longer get any in-flight magazines here. Beneath the seat is the charging outlet, should the USB port not be sufficient. The seat recline can be controlled by pressing down on this button on the armrest. You can also lift and stow the armrest if you know the person you're sitting next to and want a bit more wiggle room. The seat pitch seems pretty generous. I couldn't find the exact pitch measurements online, but for reference, I'm 5'7" and I had a good 6 or 7 inches from my knees to the seat in front. Similarly, there's a good amount of room for you to stretch out your legs, assuming you don't have a backpack underneath. Here's perhaps my least favorite part of the Dreamliner, these dimmable windows. They're my least favorite because the cabin crew can choose to override control of your window shade, robbing you of those beautiful in-flight views. On the flip side, if you're feeling a bit hot and wanted to block the sun from shining in your face, even on the darkest setting it doesn't completely block out light, so you still feel the heat of the sun. I wish they just stuck with the traditional window shades. We had an on-time pushback at 9 AM and we're on our way to Toronto. Since my last flight on Air Canada, they have released a new safety video. I really like how it takes you through a tour of the different provinces and territories. It does a nice job of showing off the beauty of Canada while still covering actual safety information. Now let's take a moment to enjoy the beautiful sound of the engine starting up.
S'il faut évacuer l'avion, laissez vos bagages à bord et suivez l'éclairage sur les sièges jusqu'à l'issue de la ligne proche. Il y a 4 issues de secours de chaque côté de l'avion. Chacune d'elles est indiquée par une enseigne verte. Veuillez repérer celle qui est la plus près de vous.
We made our way out towards runway 8 right for departure, tailed closely by WestJet 787, which was also headed to Toronto. Guess it will be a race to see who gets there first. Let's take a look at what the in-flight entertainment has to offer. As mentioned, the screen is 8.9 inches across, about the size of an iPad. I liked that the matte finish prevented most of the glare from the light outside. The resolution and colors were decent, but nothing to write home about. Unfortunately, the screen was pretty laggy. Navigating the menus and browsing the movie selection was a bit painful, as you can see. However, Air Canada provides a great selection of movies and TV shows that should be more than enough to keep you entertained even on a longer flight. For our Trans-Canada flight today, we have a flight time of just over 4 hours from gate to gate. We'll be flying across the prairies as well as the Great Lakes before arriving into Toronto. My friend Queenie was already hard at work checking out some of the games offered through the IFE. Shortly after reaching cruising altitude, the crew handed out bottled water, earbuds, as well as their CleanCare kits, which consisted of a mask and some sanitizing wipes. Air Canada doesn't offer any meal service in economy class for domestic flights, so Peterson ordered a cheese and fruit platter from the bistro menu to munch on. I passed the time on the flight by watching a movie and occasionally enjoying the views out the window. Before I knew it, we were descending into Toronto through patchy layers of clouds. I was impressed that the flight map showed our actual planned approach, setting up for our landing on 15 left. Welcome to Toronto. As for final thoughts, Air Canada's economy class offering on the 787 is a comfortable way to travel domestically within Canada. The seat features are basic, as you would expect in economy, but was perfectly fine for this 4-hour flight. The existence of an IFE was crucial in keeping me entertained for those several hours. Aside from the standard drink service and handing out amenities near the beginning of the flight, the service was kept pretty minimal, probably due to COVID-19 precautions. And that's a wrap for this trip report. As mentioned, I'm super excited to be going on flights again. I'll be going on a few more trips in the next few months, so watch for a return of more frequent trip reports. Until next time, thanks for watching, travel safe, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.
We're here. What did you think of the flight?
It was good. I slept a lot. Yeah, I slept twice.
Good sleep. That's all I remember. Waiting for our luggage now, and then maybe do some spotting, and then we'll head to the hotel. Why is Queenie taking a picture of me?